welcome to this week's episode of the Ramblin' Runnels podcast, hosted by Jesse Runnels. I do realize that this will probably come out on either a Thursday or a Friday, when it usually comes out on a Sunday. I'm sorry, folks, that this trend keeps happening, but it's probably because I work nights and I don't want to record during the night and wake up my wife, because more times than not I sleep during the day. But I'm just gonna try to keep recording one once a week, whenever that is. So bear with me, folks. So I had to pause for a second. It was cold in the living room here, so I put my jacket on, but you people probably don't care about that. So what happened since the last time I did one of these? Last time I interviewed my friend Ian. I think some of my fans enjoyed that episode because he was a former coworker, and the ex-coworkers enjoyed the episode, and I don't know, somebody wanted to do a collab. A previous podcast that I'm aware of wanted to do a collab with me now, after initially saying my podcast wasn't any good and hating on me, but I'll consider it, because I have what you call a hand here in the situation, like that episode of Seinfeld where, I don't know, George kept saying something about hand, like he has the card to play, so I'm just being ridiculous. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't, I don't know, we'll see. What's happened since I recorded that podcast? I've tried stand-up twice as an open micer. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a comedian yet. I mean, I guess you could say you're a comedian because you go up there and tell jokes, but I don't know. I mean, wouldn't you have to be paid for it? So I don't know if I should say I'm a comedian, because I've only tried it twice now. Both times I went up and I had was about like 3-minute sets, 3 to 4 minute sets each set, and I didn't necessarily bomb, which is a good thing. People laughed each time. It's just not raucous laughter. I guess I'm not that kind of comedian to get those kind of laughs. I get like, I don't know if people are being nice laughs or people actually think this is funny laughs. I live in my head a lot, folks. So, I get really insecure about things, and that's one of them, probably. But, yeah, I went up twice. It was kind of something I always wanted to do. I kept thinking about it for years and never did it. I was too scared or whatever kept me from doing it. And I finally did it. And I'm glad I did it, because now I can move on and decide if I want to keep doing it or just keep doing it. I think I will keep doing it, but it's just, sometimes it's hard to come up with material, because I don't have all this material that I've been writing previously before I even tried to do stand-up. It's just whatever I prepared the week or two before each set. So, maybe I'll include the sets in this podcast. I don't know. Alright, I will. I don't know. That's a little weird, but, I don't know if I want to force that upon people yet, but, yeah, I don't think I will. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I'm glad I tried it. It was a great life experience. Um, People keep telling me I have a courage that I've done it. I don't necessarily understand that, I guess. Like, I just went up there. I don't see what the big, like, why I'm courageous, or I guess it's like most people are just like, I guess I would equate that to my fear of heights. Like, I'm afraid of heights, and I don't understand why people aren't afraid of heights. So maybe that's what the similar psychology is happening between my fear of heights and other people's fear of like stage fright. Even though I do my last set, which was yesterday, Wednesday of whatever. It was the 26th. Okay, I'll say it. And it was at a local club here in Baton Rouge. I won't say which one to keep my life somewhat anonymous. But I went yeah, it was Wednesday, and I think this set was better, and now I kind of know where to get the laughs and how to get the laughs. My style of comedy is a little different. I guess I kind of tell a story, and then I hit them with a couple one-liners that get laughs after, and that's what's working for me so far. I'm sure there's. I don't know if I'll expand eventually, but that's what's been working so far, and I guess I'll not rock the boat for now. What else happened? Oh, Andrew Yang dropped out. I don't know if I talked about that on the last episode, but I was a little disappointed. But then I was just thinking of all the positives that he shed light on, and it was very good. Like, it was a very good platform because he realizes the issues of it, of things that are going to happen in this country that no one's talking about. I support his issues. I can't necessarily support the candidate. So no one heard me mention that man's name, but all right, that's my stance. I didn't. Yeah, so I said his name. Okay, I didn't necessarily say I support the candidate. I can't say that, but because I'm a state employee here in Louisiana, but I support his issues on what he's doing as a candidate, or was doing as a candidate, and I'll just keep the ambiguity there. Even though he's out of the race, so it doesn't even matter what I say now. Okay, now I'm thinking, this whole conversation is me hashing this out in my head. This is crazy. But anyways, it was, he had a good campaign. I liked what he was talking about. I supported UBI. I supported, that the automation is the next industrial revolution in this country. And people need to realize that, robots are going to take away people's jobs, along with Amazon destroying the retail market. And that's the real issues in this country, along with Walmart, who already did that in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So there's nothing real difference between Amazon, Walmart, or any other conglomerate, retail store, Target, pick a name. So, I don't know if we should go back to the 60s to the mom and pop stores, because the prices were probably more expensive than the retail stores. I don't know the real answer. All I know is that these companies are destroying middle America jobs, because middle America oftentimes relies on the retail industry for their jobs, because that's mostly what's there, like rural areas. That's what I'm talking about. Unless there's some kind of plant factory some other industry there. Um, like for instance, my aunt works at a Nissan plant in Mississippi, and people travel hours to go there and work, which is crazy. But that's how bad it is. That's how hard it is to find jobs there because, I mean, Mississippi is very rural and very sparsely populated because it's just all, and it's a big state. I mean, as far as land area, and it to me it seems like there's not a lot of opportunity unless you have a trade or something like that. But yeah. So that's the issues I supported, and that's where this country is heading, and no one is talking about that. And let's see. Talk about the Pelicans. They're doing pretty good. Zion's playing. I saw him courtside. That was a wedding present from a friend of ours. And I saw Zion Williamson courtside. I saw all the Pelicans play. It was against the Grizzlies. And it was a great game. And, I mean, I'm sure I'll never have that opportunity again. It was fun. I really appreciate the gift. And the person probably won't hear this because they probably don't listen to my podcast, but oh well. But I really appreciate the gift. It was a very great experience. We were right behind the guys on the TV guys, which was really cool. I had a lot of fun, and even though I did wear an Anthony Davis jersey, I still support AD's tenure in New Orleans until Zion proves to me that he's the next great Pelican. Anthony Davis right now is the best New Orleans Pelican in history. I'll explain my theory on why AD left and why he left. He probably doesn't necessarily know, but I think I've picked it out. So I've been watching this team pretty thoroughly since 2013, and the issue was Dell Demps, the general manager, because he just wasn't a good general manager. He traded away several good players, including Chris Paul, Nikolai Mirotic, and then, because of him, he never could get good talent around AD except DeMarcus Cousins. But DeMarcus Cousins ended up getting hurt with an Achilles injury, so that didn't necessarily work. He could have gotten DeMarcus Cousins to re-sign if he would have gotten more money, and he botched that. So we could have kept Boogie and AD, but because of that, of Dell Demps's, bad business model or bad general management, whatever word, I can't think because I sleep during the day, so I don't necessarily get the adequate amount of sleep that most of you folks get. I think that's why AD left. But Zion's showing a lot of promise. He's 6'6". He's probably about 300 pounds, but he's a big guy, and he can jump. And, I enjoy his play. They all play very cohesive. They pass the ball very well. They play as a unit pretty well. Their defense is not great, but that's one improvement that I could see that they could do. Right now, I like the even if they don't make the playoffs, they're showing promise, and they're beating teams that usually make the playoffs, i.e. Portland. So, also, what else happened to me? Did I say, I don't know, all kind of stuff's happening. Oh, I can't remember them all. So, me and my wife were going to New Zealand. in March, and that'll be pretty cool for our honeymoon, even though it's like just shy of our 2-year anniversary, which is fine. I'm fine with that. At least we're going on our honeymoon, and that's fine with me. I've never been to New Zealand. It'll be interesting to go to an English-speaking country. And hopefully it'll be good scenery and a good vacation experience. The closest place I've been to New Zealand was Australia, but on the opposite coast that's nowhere near New Zealand, Perth, and that was when I was in the military. So, anyways, New Zealand should be a great time. We'll try to soak in the sights and see what kind of culture and stuff that they have going on. Maybe we'll see the guys from Flight of the Conchords. I highly doubt it, but it should be a great experience. What else? I think that's about it. Oh, I marched in some of the Mardi Gras parades with my wife. That was pretty fun. I think I'd rather participate in the parades rather than watch the parades. I can't explain why. Maybe that's just my nature. I don't know what, but it's awfully boring. The reverse, watching the parade rather than being in the parade. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to. I think that's I don't understand how some of these people can go for an hour and a half. Like by themselves. Like I guess it's because they like these comedians. They just talk all the time and they can just keep themselves talking. But this is they can just keep going. I don't. Oh well. It's impressive. Maybe it's because some of them are single and they just have a bunch of thoughts all the time. I'm married, so I guess I get my conversations out with my wife. I don't know. Well, anyways, I'm sorry that this is coming out on a Thursday rather than a Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got, and I hope you guys enjoy this week's episode of the Ramblin' Runnels podcast, hosted by me, Jesse Runnels. You can find this podcast on Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean.com, or the app. Most podcast apps, the RSS feed is linked up, so except iHeartRadio because of my profanity, I believe. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and thanks for who all listened.